For the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. We are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. We are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. For the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. I am here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all, the greater good of all. You are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. We are here for the greater good of all, greater good of all, greater good of all. We are here for the greater good of all, the greater good of all. Greater good of all, greater good of all.
There was a time in my life when I had blurred vision. I wasn't finding peace anywhere, and I certainly wasn't finding truth in religion. So one day I decided that I would sit in the silence in my room, and I vowed that I would stay there till something in me moved, and I heard a voice. It was a still, small voice, and this is what it said. God is here, God is here. No matter where I am, God is here. God is here. God is here. No matter where I am, God is here. Now I see God everywhere, a little more each day. I see God in the flowers and in the bills that I choose to pay. I'm feeling God in my breath, spoken with each word. Oh, I'm feeling God breathe His life into me. Let God's love be God is here. No matter where I am, God is here. God is here. God is here. No matter where I am, God is here. Well, there once was a wise man, and this is what he said. He said that God is good all of the time, and that's stuck, oh, it's stuck in my head. So I said it as my mantra. Each and every day I said it until I believed it. Now that's my life each and every day. Yes, I finally achieved it. Sing it with me now. God is here. God is here. No matter where I am, God is here. God is here. No matter where I am, God is here. God is here. God is here. No matter where I am, God is here.
Come to the temple, bathe in the presence of love. Let go of the warring, lay down your sword. You've had enough. I know you're weary, the battle has taken its toll. Illusion is shattering, the veil is rent. You're whole. So come to the fire and lay down the shame of the past. Please purifying, revealing your gold at last. For you hold the keys now, unlocking your shackles and chains. No longer a prisoner, you are now free and reclaimed. You're reclaimed. Surrender to my love. Trust that you're enough. Allow yourself to breathe and remember, 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 oh, remember, remember, remember who you are. So come to the mystery and give up the stories you know. The path now collapsing, leading us all back to one. No longer divided, fractals united in peace. And it's time to play now like children of love's destiny. Destiny. Surrender to my love. Trust that you're enough. Allow yourself to breathe and remember.
Hello, and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community, and we believe there are many paths to one divinity. So if you would like to learn more about the People of Diversity, or POD, go to www.peopleofdiversity.org and check it out. And there'll be more information, more announcements, more cool stuff after the message.
Last week we had technical difficulties. It was nightmarish. However, we aired an encore presentation of Justice from behind Dean Martineau and had new music from Jan Salmon and Friends. Today, we will not have technical issues.
Nope.
And we will have a service on fear from our Christian representative, Reverend Dr. Leslie Rust. Musical piece will be added by Miss Michaela Townsend. Next week, our shaman, Jerry Nettesheim, will be speaking on fear, and her musical partner will be Neil McNaughton. Without further ado, let's dive right into this week's dance.
Hi, people of diversity. My name is Michaela, and I have a couple of songs for you on the topic of fear. And this first one I have is one called Tiger Striped Sky by Rupains. And for me, I think about nervous system regulation a lot, and fight or flight, freeze, fawn. And this is a song to me about moving out of freeze and embracing all life has to offer. Bouncing right away through the dappled shadows, light was pouring down through the stepping stones. Felt like morning coming for his throne. I don't know why, but it looked like a tiger striped sky. Half the world is pulling on its colors as night turns to day to the hours. Glow is coming down, coming down. I don't know why, but it felt like a tiger striped sky. Oh, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. Oh, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. Tired of seeing adventures on the cafe walls. Think I'll take a turn from the known road. Think I'll write a tale of my own. I'm going south, but where the ocean is flooding with the coast. Oh, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. Oh, tell me why I'm underneath the tiger striped sky. This next one is my most latest song, actually, that I wrote. It's called Baby Bird. And fun fact, when you hear the sound of birds chirping, it's very regulating for the nervous system, because way back in the caveman days, if the birds were chirping, it meant you're safe. So I wrote it at a time when I needed comfort, and it really felt like comfort from the divine. When you sleep tonight, I'll keep you safe in my heart till the morning light. And when you wake, you'll hear the birds and know you're safe. When you wake, you'll hear the birds and know you're safe. I'll be here till the end of time. I will be here till the end of time. And like the calling of a baby bird in the midst of fright, I will be here to remind you. If you leave, maybe you'll fly. How will you know? If you don't try. So baby bird, spread your wings and look to the sky, 'cause even still I'll be here till the end of time. When you sleep tonight, I'll keep you safe in my heart till the morning light. And when you wake, you'll hear the birds and know you're safe. When you wake, you'll hear the birds and know you're safe. When you wake, you'll hear the birds and know you're safe. I'll be here till the end of time. I will be here till the end of time. So baby bird, spread your wings and look to the sky, 'cause even still Even still, I'll be here till the end of time. Thank you all. Sending so much love.
Hello, once again. Welcome to the People of Diversity. The Reverend Dr. Leslie Rust. I'm going to be coming today to bring you some perspective about fear from a Christian foundation. First thing I thought of when this was proposed and put before me was the words from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Right after the United States has been drawn into a war that it has been trying to avoid being part of, the attack on Pearl Harbor draws us in kind of involuntarily. And as Roosevelt is addressing the nation, he utters the famous line, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." Very memorable line, largely because of the context in which it is spoken. Why are people afraid? Well, we have just been drawn into this armed conflict that is consuming the globe against our will, and people are scared. They're nervous. They're worried. They don't know what this is going to be like. And so Roosevelt, not only in that statement about fearing nothing but fear itself, but also Roosevelt in his demeanor as he goes about handling the crisis. He has these kind of fatherly fireside chats. He has a very calm, collected, steadfast delivery. He has this calming voice in a chaotic situation that kind of breeds a certain confidence to say, okay, calm down, it's going to be okay. Now, one of the quickest ways to make sure people don't calm down is to say, calm down. It's kind of like, telling them, well, don't be afraid. Well, I'm already afraid. That's usually when that comes up. So we're going to talk some about fear and especially how that gets addressed. So the first thing I want to say is, what are we afraid of? Well, the reality is we all live with a certain degree of fear. It's not always about the same things. Certain individuals have fears, and we know what they are. Sometimes other people know what they are. Sometimes it's very obvious to everyone what they are. If you've ever been a parent and you're watching your child getting ready to go off the diving board for the first time, you know what fear is. That child knows what fear is. It's this new experience I have never had. I don't know what it's like. I'm afraid to move forward with this. Am I going to be hurt? Am I going to drown? All kinds of things that go through our minds when we face some of these things individually. It's like being in a spelling bee. Children get pretty dang nervous about, I got to stand up here in front of people. What am I afraid of? I'm afraid I'm going to get something wrong and I'm going to look stupid. Great fear. We've all got it. None of us likes to look like we don't know what we're doing. We may admit that or we may not, but it's in there. And so different people end up with sometimes phobias where it's, fear is just so strong, so powerful that it affects their life in all kinds of ways. You have people that are afraid of heights. You know, they don't want to be up on a bridge. They don't want to be anywhere near a cliff, right? You have people who are afraid of crowds. They will do virtually anything to make sure they don't have to be out in public with a bunch of people. You know, you got people that are afraid of loud noises. You have people that are petrified of snakes. And of course, one of the great ones, having been a pastor and done this for years, people have an incredible fear of public speaking. I do. They have said before that the two greatest fears in life are death and public speaking. There may be truth to that, I don't know. But people are afraid. We have these things that affect us individually. A lot of that is internal, bad memory, bad experience. Sometimes we are afraid of others. It's not what you're afraid of, it's who you're afraid of. And so we are afraid sometimes of the other people and their values and their opinions. Why? Because we sense we may be different, and if we express that difference, we're concerned that we are going to be belittled. Someone might laugh at us. We are afraid of not fitting in. One of our deep needs as human beings is to belong. And something that looks like it may disrupt that sense of belonging to the community, we are fearful of that. We are fearful of not being liked. We are fearful of being outcast and alone. So there are these kind of social fears that we have, and we share a lot of those with other people. And of course, there is the reality that a lot of people are afraid of God, whatever God looks like, however God is defined. People are afraid of God. Why? Because we have done this thing where we couch large theological and existential issues within our understanding of religion and spirituality and faith. And God is large, God is in charge, and God may be upset with us. And that makes us afraid. I'm going to say more about that in a moment. But basically, we are afraid of things we can't control. And if we sit there and look at that long enough, the list gets incredibly long. There is just a whole bunch of life that is beyond our control. We're afraid of natural disasters. We're afraid of floods and tsunamis and tornadoes and hurricanes and volcanoes and earthquakes and asteroids. We are afraid of all of those things. Why? Because they're beyond our control. So we're afraid of others. We're afraid of getting sick. We're afraid that we're going to end up with cancer. We're going to end up with some debilitating disease for which there is no cure. We're afraid of the world situation. The environmental concerns. The world is not real healthy right now in a lot of ways. We have a lot of signs that say, the environment is straining under the weight of our population and our demands and the way we do things. We can't control a lot of that. Quite honestly, life is filled with fear. It's all over the place. And then we can even throw in other things like we have FOMO, if y'all are familiar with that acronym, FOMO, fear of missing out. We are afraid that something we're afraid somewhere something good is going to happen and we're not going to get to be part of it. We're afraid that somebody is going to go off and have this grand experience that we could have been there for and we didn't. And so we're afraid of missing those things. We're afraid, actually, there's another one I was thinking about, I call it FOFO, which is the fear of finding out. There are things in life we would rather not know. We would just as soon never discover some of those things. We live in a world that generates fear, and if you don't have any, just keep your eyes and your ears open, because fear-mongering is all around us. Comes at us in a variety of ways. People have realized they can use fear to motivate people. And of course, one step beyond motivate them is that you can use fear to manipulate them. And so you can get a daily dose of fear. It used to be they ended news stories kind of with factual statement, this is so-and-so signing off from. No, now they can't do that. They have to end every story with some rhetorical question that drives towards the worst possible outcome. Fear, it's everywhere. We've all got it. It's part of being human. One of the ways we humans have dealt with that from time immemorial is that we developed notions of religion and spirituality and faith in which we placed our belief in something greater than our fears. Okay? We kind of got the notion that if we believe and belong and are attached to this particular God, then this God is able to address that problem that disturbs us so badly. That takes a variety of shapes and a variety of cultures and religions. From kind of the Judeo-Christian perspective that I think from, one of those things is to say that we are supposed to be God-fearing people. God-fearing. God-fearing. I need to talk about that in a couple of ways. All right? Well, one way is this. People use that sense of fear as this kind of tool to get people, honestly, kind of under social control. Maybe some of you have heard the old thing about the saying about somebody got scared straight. Okay? I remember a time many years ago where they were doing these things where lots and lots of churches were doing what they called a hell house. Now, of course, they did it right around Halloween. This is kind of direct competition with a haunted house, but their notion was, we're going to bring you in and give you a tour through this. These are all scenes that we think could be descriptive of what hell is like, and you're going to come through this. And their intention was, especially to take young people through this, so that they were going to be so horrified of the very notion, nature, idea of hell, that they would immediately turn their life to God and everything was going to be fine. I think it was kind of a Halloween distortion in some ways. I'm not necessarily a big fan of that. And when you think about it, that it kind of comes down to a stick and carrot approach, and what they got is they're heavy on the stick and real light on carrot. Where you're going to scare the hell out of you with this threat of punishment. And so God's main purpose is to make sure you get punished. as if somehow that's suddenly going to turn and we're going to have a healthy understanding of it. It was a distortion that I think was filled a lot more with fear than with faith. It was kind of an extra helping of hell and just kind of droning on about the devil. And I don't think that's necessarily the kind of God-fearing that folks really intended. Okay? It was using a basic part of our psychology, as people say. Our tendency when we encounter those kind of things is either fight or flight. But if you've only got the options of fight or flight with the Almighty God, you basically only have the one option of flight. You don't go fight God head on. No one does that. Just doesn't happen. And so we tend to do a thing where we tend to find ways to where we avoid God. Sometimes we use kind of nice religious language to do things that keep God at arm's distance, because that's scary. We don't want to have to deal with something more powerful than ourselves. Also leaves out the third option, which I think a lot of people now recognize more and more. You know, there's fight, there's flight, there's freeze, which is like, I'm not running away, I'm not running towards it. I'm just standing right here until something happens to me. Also not a very positive way to deal with that. The notion of God-fearing, I think, from Scripture is more a sense of an awareness of being in the presence of something or someone greater than yourself. It's a sense of awe, a sense of reverence. That can be healthy, that can be humbling, that can actually be helpful. So many have used God and hell and punishment as this weapon of fear. And it can even happen to folks who think they're in the right place, doing the right thing. I had a good friend back towards the end of the 70s, early 80s. There was a lot of folks who were kind of enamored with the book of Revelation and apocalyptic literature and Hal Lindsey and the late great planet Earth, and you know, it's the end is near, and he's figured out the whole timeline. And so you ended up with a lot of folks who were concerned with a couple of things that the church had never spent much time on, didn't need to. It was kind of like the rapture and the tribulation. And I had a good friend, and he was absolutely scared to death that somehow he was going to miss the rapture, or he was going to have to go through tribulation. And it absolutely terrified him. Day in, day out, he was fixated on the possibility he would have to endure these kind of horrific experiences that had been laid out. He would sit around and argue about, is this pre-trib or mid-trib or post-trib? Or one day I finally told him, I said, Eric, you claim to be a follower of Jesus Christ. You claim to believe in the resurrection. You claim to believe in eternal life. If God can get you through life and death, why are you worried about anything in between? If God cares about you that much, will God not be there for you in the hard times? Yeah, I think so. And I don't know if it helped him in the long run or not, but it certainly clarified for me that there are people who approach these things with so much fear that they just keep spreading it around for everyone else to have some. Paul tells us in Philippians, 2nd chapter, verses 12 and 13. Verse 12, he is cautioning us and he's telling us, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But I don't think that means he says run scared. Your spirituality has to be full of fright. And of course, also, we always need to keep things in context and try to give a fuller context, because the rest of the verse in 13 says, for it is God who works in you to will and act according to God's good purpose. If we had this notion we have to work it out ourselves, yeah, it would be a lot of fear and trembling. But we can be of better courage. Why? Because God is at work in us, working this out according to God's purpose. It's not me alone. If I have to face things by myself, my tendency is going to be more afraid, more anxious, more uncertain. If I know that I am allied with someone who is stronger, more intelligent, more thoughtful, more capable, that relieves some of that fear. I finally want to get to the point of saying what I find in 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. When we get to that place that we know and understand that God is love, God is working around us, within us, to bring us to the best possible place we can be, which is in this intimate, intense, eternal relationship with God, then fear kind of fades away. If we think and say and understand that the most powerful being in the universe wants the best for us, why worry about any of the rest of it? It also reminds me of Paul, in Paul's letter to the Romans in the 8th chapter, verse 37 and following, where Paul has laid all this out about all these terrible things that happen to us because we are believers, and this is the way the world treats us. Paul himself knowing he's probably preparing to pass from this life. And Paul tells us, he says, remember this, neither death nor life, angels nor demons, present nor future, power nor principalities, height nor depth, nor anything else in all of creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. When we understand we are grasped and held in the love of Almighty God, why would I be afraid of anything else? As long as I live and move and have my being in this, fear fades away, because I'm confident, not in my abilities, not in my mental skill, not in anything I do, but I am confident that the love of God will bring all things to completion. Be of good courage, friends. Do not be afraid. Bless you.
Thank you, Michaela. Awesome as always. We love you so much. And Leslie, thank you so much too. We just really, really appreciate your perspective and the good name that you give Christianity. Thank you. Thank you. And I just want to make it really clear that last week's technical difficulties were not the fault of our tech team.
The technical issues were not there.
No. PL Theatrical, Philip Lupo, and crew are the best. They are awesome. So if you're out there in the world and you need things done and you don't want technical difficulties, call them up, contact them, and they can fix your
Fix everything.
Everything.
Except when you're trying to send large files across countries.
Yes, that is
difficult.
An issue. That's an issue. Past services are available on the People of Diversity Facebook group, Facebook page, and best of all, on the People of Diversity YouTube channel.
Woo-woo.
If you go on the YouTube channel, you can not only see the last few live services, but you can use their playlist function, preferably not on your phone. It doesn't work great on a phone, but if you're on an iPad or on your computer, that playlist function is amazing. Yeah, it's really good. So you can search by topic, search by faith, and pretty much find whatever you would like to see. And there's over 270 videos on there.
Yeah.
So it's huge. It's awesome. So we have a second broadcast on Facebook Live at 5:45 on Sunday evening. So if you want to watch again or send someone else back to watch and enjoy what you saw, then 5:45 on Facebook Live.
Here at the pod, we produce an amazing newsletter every Wednesday. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
If you want to be part of receiving that newsletter weekly, send an email to Becky at newwaypod@gmail.com. That newsletter has everything in it. All the stuff you need to know, what's coming up, what just happened, synopsis, links and tags, and all the stuff you need to stay informed and be in the loop. Also, at the bottom of that newsletter is the Pod Plus feature. This is a membership-like option for folks to set up a monthly donation. Allows us to budget ourselves in a cleaner, better way, and it gives you access as a Pod Plus member for early access, behind the scenes access, discounts, offerings, and just a chance to get at stuff before everybody else. So if you're interested in that, please tag in there, and if not, check out the newsletter. It keeps you in the loop. That's all I know.
We do live events on the first and last Monday of every month at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship in Rockledge from 7 to 9 p.m. on the first and last Monday. So this is not the first or last Monday. It's the middle Monday, and it's not at the UU in Rockledge. However, we're doing a special event on May 18th. Kim Ballou will be in concert. She's a Posse Award-winning New Thought musician. She's awesome. She's also a speaker. Been here quite a few times, and she's always amazing. So she's going to be at Cosmic Harmony in Merritt Island on McLeod Street, and that will be from 7 to 9 on May 18th. Okay. On May 25th, we'll be back down at the UU in Rockledge. We're going to do a special Memorial Day event We sat and planned some of that today. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be
fun.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
I don't know if fun is
Fun's not the right word. No, it's come experience grief and gratitude united in spirituality. So it'll be emotional, uplifting, beautiful. A lot of people can participate in this. So it's going to be a love offering event. So join us for that. If you or your business would like to sponsor one of our live events, let us know at newwaypod@gmail.com. Our rent is typically $50 for the use of the UU, and we'll let you have the microphone at the beginning of the event and say a couple of words about your business. Or if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine too. So just let us know. Thank you.
We are blessing the world's major religions. There are 41 religions on the list that we chose. This week is Taoism, which is the indigenous religion of China. There is around 160 million followers. Practices include meditation, astrology, qigong, feng shui, and internal alchemy. Let's hold the Taoists in our heart and say these words together.
May peace prevail in Taoism. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Thank you. Thank you. Tithes and donations keep this ship running. Go to www.podpeoplefdiversity.org. Press that donate button. If you set up that recurring tithe and join Pod Plus, we appreciate that. We appreciate
really helps.
We appreciate all of it, actually. So that's on our website. Every service we close up with an energetic healing circle. So bring to your mind's eye any person, place, thing, situation in your life, in the world, wherever that needs some extra love, some good thoughts and energy. And we'll listen to this last song together and send that love around that circle and open up and get some on yourself. So thank you for being with us. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
Have a great week.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love.